All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Akakodash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught us this truth, and peace and salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect. Getting straight into it, man. Just a quick epistle about sacrifice and understanding what we're a part of, and know that losses are part of the journey, man. A lot of people don't want to take the hard route; they want to go the easy route. And they don't want to sacrifice, and they don't want to suffer, especially when we're talking about for righteousness or Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah. Now people will work their fingers down to the bone, for the bag or for Esau Edom, or for their own, personal gains. But when it comes to serving the Lord, man, it's just certain things they're not willing to give up. We can look at something that we, as the hopeful elect, seem relatively simple, the dietary law. Now we can't keep that law perfectly because a lot of the food that they're, especially in Babylon the Great, a lot of the food that they have, we don't even know what the hell's in it. A lot of unlawful foods or parts of the foods, are in the things that we eat, man. All right, so we can't keep, but we do put forth a decent effort. You talk to one of them, all right, and it's just too much. They don't want to hear it. They believe that the law was done away with. They can just do whatever they want, man. That's not the spirit that the Lord came in. It's not the spirit that we're coming in either, man. All right. So we'll get straight into this. This is Matthew 19 and verse 28. And Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, said unto them, Verily I say unto you, let me go to verse 27. Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? So one of the Lord's disciples is asking the Lord Malak Yahweh Shai, we have forsaken, families, houses, etc., careers, quote unquote. What's going to be our reward? What are we going to get for this? The spirit was on that brother to ask, Yahweh Shah this question, man. All right. And the Lord, saw fit to answer the brother, man. All right. And Yahweh Shah said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory. So the second coming, all right, when the Lord doesn't come as a man, when he comes in his full power, full strength, and full glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging to the 12 tribes of Israel. And that's just a portion of their quote unquote reward. That's what they're going to get. They're going to be under, Yahweh Shah, ruling for all eternity over the nation of Israel, as well as the rest of these other nations upon the earth, man. And there's a lot of power, there's a lot of glory, there's a lot of fame, there's a lot of fortune that's gonna come with that dominion, man. And that's where we seek one of these positions, not one of the positions of those 12 thrones, but one of the positions to be a part of Yahweh Shah's council, to be a part of that 144,000, all right, that governing body of the nation of Israel, as well as the entire universe. Okay. In verse 29, and every one that hath forsaken houses, all right, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive an hundredfold. And there it is, going into that fortune, man, and everything else, man. The Lord didn't say double, he said a hundredfold. So and shall inherit everlasting life. But many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first, man. So I want to hearken on, the whole verse 29, man. Everyone that has forsaken houses, and that could, go into any type of materialistic thing, fancy cars but I'm not really into cars, but some of our, true brothers are in the vehicles like that, man. And they may can't afford one of them souped up race cars, man. They may be their pastime fixing them cars and working on cars, things, man. We all want, nice dwelling place. We all want nice things, man. We all want families. We all want beautiful wives, beautiful children, an ability to have substance. All right. But the Lord is teaching us, man, you If you want his, man, a sacrifice is required. The servant is not greater than the master. All right. When the Lord came as a man here, especially when he started to prophesy, he was homeless, man. He didn't have a place to, lay his head, man. So how much more should we be aware of that? Okay. And a lot of us, I mean, look at 2/3, man. A lot of these 2/3, man, for face value, because we don't know, all right, who's the Lord's elect and who isn't just yet. We can discern things, but you look at them, man. There's people of our nation that got multiple mansions, multiple dwelling places. The Lord, who the word ignorantly called Jesus Christ, Yahweh Shai, he didn't even have his own home, man. All right, so that's just a part of this thing. You may be in a damn raggedy ass apartment until the end come, man, and may good and damn well desire that updated kitchen, man. A garage, or multiple rooms and things like that. You may be stuck, not having a wife or a helpmeet. You may be stuck, beefing with your sisters and brothers, man. All right, you may be stuck in a career or job that you don't really like, and it's not fulfilling, etc., etc., etc. The whole point of it is sacrifice, man. All right, we have to understand that sacrifice is required. Now, we don't have to go out and sacrifice animals anymore, call halal malak Yahweh Shai, but that doesn't mean that sacrifices aren't still required, man. There's daily sacrifices that we have to make, man. All right. And ultimately, man, we're going to see the full manifestation of that during Jacob's trouble, man, especially when that persecution comes, especially, Lord willing, the Lord blesses us with the faith to endure and not take that mark of the beast. But we're really going to have to, give up these things if that's the will of the Lord. We don't know exactly how the Lord is going to play it out, via those FEMA camps or via us running, throughout the woods or throughout the deserts or, wherever we're going to be at, man. But we do understand that when we don't take that mark of the beast, there's not going to be a way for us to participate in this society. We're not going to be able to buy or sell. So we can't pay mortgages. We can't pay rent. We can't pay car insurance. We can't go to the grocery store. We can't get water without that mark of the beast. So our faith is going to have to come into play then, and our obedience, and that's why this is a very important time that we're living in, this period of grace, to get that rapport with Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, so that you have some experience and the Lord remember you during this time of great tribulation, because it is coming. All right. But the whole point is about sacrificing, man. And there is a reward coming, for that sacrifice. It's hard, man. It's hard. Some days are easier than others. Some days you may be around the brotherhood and feel lively and pumped up, and you brothers may, fellowship and, do the work together. And then it may be a season where, you're by yourself a lot, and it's just, the Lord is putting spirits upon you to try you and to mold you and to grow you. And you got to know how to battle those spirits when the Lord send them on you, because it's going to be the Lord, that send those spirits on you. I'm talking about the Lord's hopeful elect now, but we got to know how to battle and get those spirits up off of us, praying and fasting, man. All right. Being obedient, keeping the law, fellowshipping, being around other like-minded individuals, man. All these things will level us up and grow, our strength, our faith, our obedience, our fear towards Yahweh by Hashem and Hawashai. So hopefully we will be a part of the reward, man. That diligent, brothers that finish their work are going to receive. We want to be a part of that. We want that perfection. We want that glory. We want that fame and fortune. After this is all done, man, we want to be rewarded. Like, the Lord, these are the words of the Lord. All right. Remember, the brother Peter is asking, humbly, sincerely, we've, forsaken all these things while the majority of our people seem to be, conducting business as usual. Just like the days of Noah, people will be eating, drinking, giving in marriage. That's what we're experiencing now. And it kind of will piss you off, man, especially when you just know with your discernment that a brother or sister is wicked and they are just prospering, or they just look damn happy, period. It's like, how are you so happy? I don't get it. That folly spirit, that party spirit that our people are in. We don't understand it. I don't understand the TikTok dances. I don't understand why our people are in this celebratory spirit, as if they've won the battle, man, or as if they've won the war. There's nothing to be celebrated right now other than the continued mercy of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Now you can do that. You can, praise Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, sing and dance for the Lord in their correct names, but other than that, this is not a time to be partying and celebrating shit. We are still in our captivity, still subject to death, destruction, and mayhem, man. All right. So we have to understand that, man, and just move in a certain spirit, tread lightly, move in the fear of the Lord, man, and that fear is going to produce action, man. All right. And hopefully that action is going to produce mercy from Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah, and the Lord will deal with you a certain way, not like he deals with the rest of these people on the planet, man, because death, destruction, confusion is coming, man. All right. We just had the election here in Babylon the Great, the so-called USA finally got that knocked out. Could have went either way, don't care. We just want some stuff to pop off now, so we've made it to the point where we've got another quote unquote president that's good, that's changed. We need that. So hopefully the Lord put the spirit of, ain't no telling what happened. The Lord could take that man out. He could use Trump to bring in this great tribulation, man. That is what we desire, though. But either way it goes, the whole point is there's going to be sacrifices that are going to have to be made. We've spoken this, and 9 times out of 10, you're probably not going to ride this great tribulation now in the comfort of your own home, man. And the Lord has a plethora of ways of getting you out of your home. Storms, man. You could say, this and that and this, but if the Lord bring a strong storm, you got to go, man. If he is, if he bring a tornado, earthquake, and just levels your home, you got to go to a FEMA camp, or something. If you don't have no family, and they'll probably be in the judgment right along with you, man. So it's so many ways. It don't have to be a pandemic, and we've prophesied pestilence, or the Lord has prophesied pestilence, famines, earthquakes in diverse places, man. So all these things, man, the Lord is going to use to move things around, man, to get us to where we're going to be tested at, the ultimate test, man, being faced with death for the name Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. And that's something brothers need to understand. First and foremost, myself, and I give praise and honor, glory, to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai for the spirit of preparation that he has upon all of us, because we're all getting prepared to go through whatever it is that we're getting ready to go through. I hate my life, man. I hate it. I hate the way I look. I'm not all into myself. I used to be really into myself, pulling, pretty boy, all that stuff. I'm getting older, man. I don't like the way I look. I don't think I look perfect. I don't like that. We got to get the hell out of here. I don't like this house. It ain't my home. Some nigga had died. He didn't die in here, but in order for me to get this house, the Lord took a brother off the earth, man. I want to get out of here, man. I want a place that ain't no man has ever lived in, man. We gotta get the hell out of here. The food disgusting. It don't taste. I mean, just look at the 90s for brothers that were alive in the 90s. And I'm not saying that was our rest, but things were just a lot different. It seems like, the food tasted better in the 90s, man. We're just eating poison, and, look at our women. They're all defiled. Look at our children. They're a bunch of idiots, man. This is where y'all want to stay. And this is why we're trying to constantly convey through the spirits of our people. And let me bring this out in the book of Micah. Micah 2:10. All right. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. That is the point that we try to convey to our people on a daily basis through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. That this isn't our rest, man. All right. Why? Because it is polluted. This is a polluted, filthy place, man. All right. It shall destroy you. And look at our people. Look at the rest of these idiots too. The rest of the nation. They just as dumb as us. They just as dumb as us. Look at Esau Edom and his not the elites, but just the regular Edomites, man. They're following the Israelites, especially the kids, man. All right, they don't care nothing about being an Edomite. They trying to follow us, and we ain't, what they're putting out for the public isn't, serving the Lord, being righteous. It's just a bunch of folly, over sexualized, just weirdo spirit, man. And but I tell you what, that does show you that that our people, the Israelites, are in fact the salt of the earth, man, which is going into that flavor. And that's why everyone still follows us to this very day, even though we're in our captivity, even though we're not in our perfection. The same people that they was spraying water hoses on shit, in the 50s and 60s. Look at the little white kids now. They're all following us. They got life-size cutouts of Israelite men, on their wall. The little boys, sports players, man. Our women, the little girls of all the nations, they're twerking, shaking their butts, they're talking, stretching forth their neck, like the so-called black woman, man. So I just want that does show you that we are still the Lord's children. It's just the majority of them are gonna maintaining that wickedness until they're punished for it, man. All right, but I got one more precept in the book of Luke, just in relation to that sacrifice, man. All right, Luke 14:33, and it reads, so likewise, whosoever he be of you that forsake not all that he hath, he cannot be my disciple. There it is, man. If you don't forsake all that you have through the Spirit, Yahweh Shem Shai, you can't be one of the Lords, man. First and foremost, we speak on certain levels, man. If we speak, when we're speaking to our brothers, you know what that means, man. Brothers that hope to be a part of the 144,000. When we're speaking to, the rest of the nation of Israel, the women, the children, you'll know it. But right now, just starting with that hopeful 144,000, that council, man. All right, we have to forsake more than anybody, to whom much is given, much is required. And if we want to be a part of this eliteness, all right, that is, one of the Lord's chosen, then sacrifice is required, man. You may not get everything you want. Now, make no mistake about it. I won't have you brothers ignorant, man. Prayer goes a long way, man. You have not because you ask not. Now, if you're not asking, through the Spirit, there's and I must emphasize through the Spirit, which means through the will of the Lord. And that's why you got to pray that this, whatever you pray for, just ask that it's the will of the Lord that you're going to receive what you're asking for, man. So that doesn't mean that the Lord is not going to bless and he's going to have you out here just all ridiculous. Things are however done. My favorite precepts, Ecclesiastes 3:1, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the sun. Check this out: time to be born, die, plant, pluck, kill, heal, break down, build up, weep, laugh, mourn, dance. All right, now a lot of our people are in that dancing spirit, man, partying spirit, and we understand that this is a time of mourning. This is a time of fear that we're in, man. This is a time of us planting these seeds of obedience and of faith and fear, and it's going to manifest until the Lord plucking us up, man, because of that, and giving us great rewards. So we just got to maintain and remember, man, you may have a season where you're prospering more, or you may have a season where you're not, or you may have a season where you got a girl, a wife or whatever, and the Lord may change that season, and you may be alone for a year, 2, 3. But this is very, very important because it pretty much sums up everything that we haven't went through and everything we're going to go through, man. And here in Ecclesiastes 3, that's why I love this so much, man. All right, it's a time for everything. So there's a time for brothers to lay in the box, all right, and then there's going to be a time that you're not even going damn near see a woman. All right, there's times where we have to just leave the women and children and do the brotherhood thing. Hey, there's times that you got to be so low dolo and learn how to do it. Some brothers, man, I don't want to say brothers like as far as the Lord's hopeful elect, because we can overcome anything, and we are. But I'm just saying brothers, period, men, period. A lot of these niggas, and, especially women, they ain't never really been alone. They don't know how to handle being alone, man. Hey, these are all skill sets. We have to do it all. We have to. I'm for one, I can handle it. I spend most of my time alone. My issue is being, social. Being in Iraq and all that stuff. I'm not very social, but teaching this word. I have to be out there on the highways and byways, being social amongst the brothers, and promoting the word of Yahweh Shema Shai. It's not something I'm just great at. It isn't my highest spiritual gifts, or high spiritual skill set, but it must be done, man. It must be done. And again, to everything there is a season. So it may be a season where it just seems like now things are kind of normal for the most part. Guess what? The season is going to change, man, and it is going to get chaotic, and it's going to get very hectic out here, man. Thus saith Yahweh Shema Shai. And we have to be prepared for that, man. We have to be prepared to make these sacrifices. It's easier said than done, but it's part of the process, man. And if we want to be elite, then this is what it is, man. All right. And we need, on this daily bread to keep us motivated, man. I know I do, because it's getting very mundane. It's getting very mundane trying to serve the Lord to the best of our ability and still in our imperfection. We don't mind serving the Lord every day, calling upon the Lord every day, doing epistles to the best of our ability, going out on the highways and byways. The issue is we're still here around these idiots. All right. The issue is we're still in the flesh. We desire to serve the Lord and give glory, reverence, honor to Yahweh Shema Shai in our perfection. All right. And in order for us to be perfected, the Lord Malaki Hawashah, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, has to come deliver us and actually, bless us with that. So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear again to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Till next time, Shalom.